In this video, we'll round up the latest updates for WWE 2K25, including the first official look at the new John Cena Farewell Tour edition. We got an update on Nikki Bella's Island model, with further comments from the Bella twins, new behind-the-scenes footage from motion capture, an update on World Tour, and new footage of the WWE Call of Duty crossover, plus we're also talking the rumours of the WWE license going to EA Sports following the sale of EA to a Saudi-led consortium that has multiple ties to WWE. Before we get into any of that though, if you're new to the channel and you want to stay up to date with all the latest wrestling game news, then please do hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out on future videos. We start this roundup with confirmation of the upcoming John Cena Farewell edition of WWE 2K25, as after weeks of speculation, the official WWE Games account have released a teaser trailer showcasing the new John Cena models with a release date of October 16th. As shown in the trailer, the new Farewell edition is set to include two new versions of Cena, as it includes a Doctor of Thugonomics featuring a Franchise 17 jersey, along with an updated Cena in his WrestleMania 41 gear, with the latter also confirmed to feature a new entrance, as the footage shows his new heel motion, where he carries the towel above his head. Confirmation of the Farewell edition comes following various reports from members of the modding community, which found references to the edition within the game files, with those reports suggesting that the edition will also feature some additional content, as WWE Games modder WittyWitterson revealed that the game files also note the inclusion of R-Truth in his Ron Cena shirt, along with the return of Brock Lesnar featuring his SummerSlam gear, though so far only the Cena models have been announced officially. As noted at the end of the trailer, the new edition is set to release on October 16th, so it's likely you will see additional teasers building up to that to reveal any additional content. Moving on to our second story, we recently covered the criticism surrounding the Island model of Nikki Bella, as following the release of the Island expansion, there was a lot of criticism about her model and how outdated it was, with this leading to Nikki replying to WWE Games on X asking for the model to be updated. While there's been no response from 2K publicly, speaking on SiriusXM's The Nikki and Brie show, Brie Bella brought up Nikki's 2K model, where she went on to poke fun at its appearance, branding it ugly with a weird ass haircut.
But girl, your video game character's super ugly. Why'd they give you that weird ass haircut?
Oh, the whole thing's terrible.
But your bob was from 2020.
Think of how I feel. I go, that's what
I
you
can't
guys think
imagine.
of me? That's how you think I look?
You
I look like I was
like-
left in a field for years.
Despite the clip of the Bellas going viral, there's still been no response publicly from 2K, so it remains to be seen if the model will be updated, or if we'll have to wait for 2K26 to get an updated model. Moving on to our next story, we have some new behind-the-scenes footage of motion capture for WWE 2K25. The new footage comes from Zilla Fatu, who is the son of Umaga, as during a recent video on his YouTube channel, Zilla revealed that 2K invited him out to their motion capture studio in Petaluma, California, where he was asked to perform motion capture for his father. In the video, Zilla goes over the full process and his experience of it, revealing that he was joined in the session by his cousin, Journey Fatu. Sharing a clip of the session, Zilla revealed that he did all of his dad's mocap as Umaga, as well as teaming up with his cousin to record the entrance for the 3-minute warning and Umaga's manager entrance, with his cousin playing the part of Armando Estrada. In addition to providing mocap for Umaga, Zilla revealed that he also did 2 or 3 entrances for Hulk Hogan, revealing that he took on the mantle from his brother Jacob, who previously recorded all of Hogan's mocap. Other recordings mocapped by Zilla included the classic version of Rocky Maivia, Roman Reigns' Superman Punch, and Zilla Fatu's own version of the Superman Punch, which has yet to be added into the game. If you want to find out more about the mocap process, I'll leave a link to Zilla's video in the description, along with a timestamp so you can jump straight to the mocap section. Speaking of mocap, we also have some new behind-the-scenes footage of Alexa Bliss being scanned and performing her own mocap, though rather than for WWE, this footage is actually taken from a mocap session for Call of Duty, as the latest WWE Call of Duty crossover is now live in Call of Duty Mobile. The new crossover event is the Season 9 Midnight Rumble event, which sees the addition of Alexa Bliss and The Undertaker as new in-game operator skins, with both stars also featuring new finishing moves that include The Undertaker's Tombstone Piledriver and Alexa Bliss's DDT. Alongside the new WWE skins, the Midnight Rumble event also features some additional rewards, including a WWE bell ringer charm, a fantastic flex spray, a WWE calling card, and a WWE logo sticker. While a WWE crossover in Call of Duty may sound odd, it's not the first time the companies have worked together, as they previously teamed up last year for a similar event that featured Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, and Rey Mysterio. If you fancy taking on the form of Alexa or The Undertaker, both skins are live now, though they're only available for a limited time. Next up, let's talk World Tour, which at release was hailed as one of the best new updates in the game, as the mode allowed players to compete in different cities throughout the US, where they were challenged to complete a series of matches that rewarded new Persona cards, with these featuring alternate versions of current stars, with the mode then teasing future updates that would expand it outside of the US. While that was the plan, there's been no updates to World Tour for several months, despite modders within the community confirming the existence of other regions, such as Japan and the UK. While there's still no word on the future of the mode officially, WWE Games modder WittyWitterson has revealed some of the upcoming rewards that are planned. As posting on X, he revealed that the upcoming expansion is set to include new Persona cards for Asuka, Shinsuke Nakamura, Oba Themi, and Kofi Kingston. When that update will come remains to be seen, as Witty noted that these rewards have been in place since July, though the mode itself hasn't been updated since early May. Up next, could WWE Games be heading to EA Sports? One of this week's biggest gaming stories comes from the sale of EA Sports after it was announced that the company has agreed to be acquired by a consortium of investors led by Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. The deal, valued at around $55 billion, makes it one of the biggest buyouts in gaming history. If you're wondering what this has to do with WWE Games, following the announcement, there's been a lot of speculation about what it could mean for the future and the possibility of EA taking on the WWE license due to the overlapping ties between Saudi Arabia, EA Sports, and WWE's ownership. For example, Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, which is buying EA, already has significant ties with WWE as part of a 10-year deal to stage major events in Saudi Arabia under the Vision 2030 initiative. On top of that, Silver Lake, the leading shareholders in WWE's parent company Endeavour, they're also part of the consortium that's buying EA, meaning the new owners will have direct connections to WWE. Then there's also the UFC connection, as EA Sports already develops the official UFC games, with UFC now under the same TKO umbrella as WWE. EA has held that license for over a decade and recently renewed it through 2030, so while UFC's games are with EA, WWE's remain with 2K. Now, it's only natural that people are starting to ask, could WWE's video games be the next to move over to EA Sports? And given these ties, the Saudi backing, the shared ownership, and EA's experience with combat sports, it doesn't seem too far-fetched. Right now though, 2K Sports still holds the WWE license, as they have for over a decade since picking it up from THQ. In 2016, WWE and 2K signed a multi-year exclusive deal, though the length of the deal wasn't disclosed, but it was assumed to be around 6 years with options to extend, which would come up around 2022. That was a key moment, as it came after the disastrous launch of WWE 2K20, which forced 2K to cancel 2K21 and then spend 18 months rebuilding the series for 2K22. Fortunately, 2K22 turned things around with positive reviews and record earnings, and WWE was said to be thrilled with the game's success, and it's believed that an extension or a new deal was signed around that time, though details weren't made public. As for the future, nothing is confirmed, but it's worth remembering that in early 2022, WWE did hold preliminary talks with EA about a possible switch. Those discussions cooled once 2K22 was a success, but given the new ownership ties, there's always the chance that those talks could resume, as EA have the resources and an established relationship with UFC, which could make it attractive for WWE and Endeavour to bring both franchises under one roof. Should that happen, there are of course some concerns, as EA titles like Madden and EAFC are hugely successful, but they're often criticised for heavy microtransactions and limited year-to-year changes. WWE games also rely heavily on user-generated content through the Creation Suite, which is something that EA Sports games aren't really known for. A switch could also mean a gap in yearly releases, as EA would need time to develop its own engine and game, potentially cutting back features in the short term. The good news though is that for the foreseeable future, nothing is actually changing, as the EA sale isn't expected to close until 2027, and even if WWE were to shift licenses, a new game would take years to develop. In the meantime, 2K's contract remains active, and as long as the gamers keep turning profits and receiving positive reviews, then there's little incentive to change. So that's the latest news roundup. Let me know what you make of it in the comments, along with your take on the EA deal, and whether you'd like to see them make WWE games, or if you'd prefer to stick with 2K. Additionally, if you missed the previous video, I'll leave a link to that on screen so you can check out the latest creations. But until next time, thank you so much for watching this video, have yourself an awesome day, and I'll catch you later.